All right, welcome back, everybody. This is just a update on the Threads API. The last video I posted was really the first video of the Threads API. It got a lot of views and a lot of people were reaching out to me asking questions and asking for different updates for it. So I added some things to it, and I just kind of wanted to show those off. And all this stuff is available open source on GitHub. The link will be in the description of this video. And yeah, so this video is going to be just the API features. The AI stuff, you can look at my last video to see how to do that. I'm not going to show that in this video. Somebody made a very good point that the AI portion of this is kind of outside the scope of an API. And the reason for that is originally this wasn't supposed to be, an open source API that anybody can use. I made it specifically for those AI features, and then just kind of was like, oh, this is pretty helpful, so I'm gonna put it out there. So I made the AI features kind of secondary to the API portion of it. So I'm not going to be debuting those in this video for that reason specifically, but they're still available. So yeah, here on the small screen, I have the text in large, so hopefully you can see it. I just import the API, create an instance of it under Shaquille O'Neal's Threads profile. That's just one of it popped up on one of the recommended, so I've just been using it because it has a lot of posts and replies and stuff. So these two things don't matter. I'm just going to comment those out. Don't even need those. Threads API max post. This is the max amount of posts that it's going to kind of scroll through to pull this information from. So I've set it 50. If it doesn't have 50, it's just going to stop at the last post. Page load wait time. So if you load a Threads page, you'll notice there's a splash screen. This is intended to wait for that splash screen to go away and then pull the information. So change this number depending on your network speed. 3 is probably a good baseline for most people, but if you want to be safe, if you're packaging this in other applications and deploying those, I would put it at 5 to be safe. There's also obviously some workarounds you can do to not even have a wait time, to just have it kind of check and see, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? I haven't put that in yet. Maybe I will in the future. Using AI set to false, this is just going to completely skip the AI functionality to speed up the process of the API. Status printing enabled. This just disables print statements from within the API. So obviously I can print out, its return values, but the API itself will not print, API executing, please wait, things like that. So I just had that to set to false so it doesn't show that stuff. And then API.start. This is in order for any of the information to be pulled, this has to be called. This is synchronous, by the way. I didn't make it async just because my original use case didn't require it. So keep that in mind. Maybe I will change that in the future. But so API.start. After that executes, all these values will be available. So once this is finished, because it's synchronous, obviously it's going to go to the next line. So we'll get the user ID first. This is the numeric user ID that's specific to every account. They all have their own. They all have their own different ones. So use that how you will. So we'll just grab it real quick. We'll let the API run. And I'll do a couple different things at one time to save time here. So there's the user ID for Shaq. That was kind of difficult to figure out how to do, but that is it. So I'm going to comment that out. We will get the linked Instagram. We'll get the followers count. And we'll get the name. Or we'll get the bio, and we'll get the name in one API call. So we'll let that run. So we're getting the Instagram account that's linked to the Threads profile, the follower count, the bio, and the name of the account owner. So that's the Instagram account for Shaq. It's how many followers he has on Threads. This is his bio, and this is his name. So we will get rid of those guys, and we will get replies and reply links. So this is going to return 2 lists or arrays, however you want to look at it, of all the replies and all the reply links within that 50 max post area, you know what I mean? So we'll call that real quick. So there we go. We have the replies right here. This is the text from his replies, and these are all the links within the replies. So he doesn't have any URLs, but he does have links to other accounts or mentions. So now we will comment those out, and didn't mean to do that. I don't know what just happened. Replies, reply links. So now we'll do posts and links. So this is going to be all the posts within that 50 max and all the links within that post, and that includes URLs as well as mentions. So we'll call it one more time. So yeah, so we have all the posts in a list format, and then in another list format we have all the links, which includes mentions. So you are able to get just mentions. I think I hard-coded. I don't remember if it's. Okay, so yeah, then if you want to get just the mentions or just the URL links, for some reason I put that in the AI functionality, so you can use AI to do that, or you could just parse this yourself, which is really not hard. Just if it starts with an @ symbol, it's a mention. If it doesn't, then it's a URL. But I'll update that and make it not within the AI portion of it. I don't know why I did that, but regardless, you still have all URLs and mentions. So if you know how to code, obviously you can parse that yourself. So yeah, that's really just the updates for it. Just kind of wanted to get this out there. Thanks for all the support and the feedback on this. I didn't expect it to be as widely used as it has become, but I'm proud of it and happy. So